Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Liz Plays Quest 64. This is part 9. Um, I don't even have a drink at hand today. I end up finding that I talk so much that I don't even really have a chance to sip it. Um, so I'm not too worried about it. Here we are, back on the pirate ship. I believe, if I remember correctly... Oh, we have not transported ourselves yet. I thought that we had already traveled, but maybe... Oh! That teleported us. So here we are in East Limelin. Right you are, matey. We're bound for Dondrin. Let's shove off. So if I got back in here... Ooh, could we go to that forest that we missed? I mean, I'm not going to, but I'm wondering if we could. We're on to bigger and better things in Quest 64 than the forest we missed a long time ago. Okay, I'm kind of on the... I just zoomed out with a button that I did not know did anything. I'm a little tilted that there's a zoom out button and I had no idea. I think these are just called Fishman. I suppose that's pretty true. Avalanche continues to be completely overpowered. But I'm going to bonk these guys a little bit, mostly because I'm excited for my HP to roll over to 200. And I think this is the way to do it. And there it is. There's the 200 there. Yeah, I guess these guys are probably also resistant to water. I'm kind of harmed. These things are doing a lot of damage to me. But I need to heal. Probably could have walked further away so that I could maybe dodge that. I guess I could try a water pillar. Yeah, it just doesn't do very much damage. My avalanche must have just missed this one. Oh my god, I missed my turn. I'm so mad. These things don't run out of mana, huh? Okay, that was pretty rough. Pretty rough. Maybe we should have gone back to that forest. Perhaps an inn or a safe point? Well, taking a trip, are you? Young fellow, do you happen to know another magician? He stayed here some time ago. He looked a lot like you. You'd better rest here. The road from here on will be tough going. That must have been my father on the hunt for the Elatail book. Spirit around? I will zoom out, which is a thing I can do. It's a very sickly looking turtle. So I have a new strat, and it's spirit armor. And then it's Avalanche. Repeat forever. That sucks when it misses, though. As far as I can tell, it's in no set pattern. I should probably be paying a little bit more attention. Maybe it's like in a circle around me. Is that right? Kind of looks like that, like a sort of donut shape around our boy Brian. Those high-level spells don't seem to specifically take more mana than like a low-level spell. Like, I'm sure they do, but it's not very noticeable. New strat, Spirit Armor. Dodging. Avalanche. Okay, that seemed to work pretty well, I would say. High density of enemies, I am noticing. I'm so used to hitting down C to use my water abilities that I keep menuing to my rock spells incorrectly. Yeah, see like that? What happened? Did I like accidentally like hit A while I was in the escape like range? What the hell just happened? Using my powers of story understanding, we have gotten the Earth Orb. We have gotten the Wind Jade. And we have recovered the Water something. Which makes me feel like there's probably going to be a Fire something. And then once we have received that, I think the game might be over. And by over, I mean, I assume that there's like a last boss and like a last dungeon. But I think we might be nearing the end a little bit. Which is exciting. I guess I don't know for sure that there isn't like more, but considering that this game seems pretty focused on the 4 elements, I don't think it's that that weird to think that that could be the end of the game. My secret is that once again, it has been 2 weeks to you, assuming you're watching these as they release, and it has been mere minutes for me. I am recording, this is my 3rd recording of the day, because I'm, one, I don't really have anything to do today, Saturday, so I have all day to, just sort of chill out and play some Quest 64, and also because I'm excited about the progress we made on the last couple episodes. Like, I'm very pleased to have beaten that boss, gotten through that cave, etc. I feel like we have a lot of good momentum. I also feel like something like maybe I've gotten good at the game, although I doubt it. But we have reached a level of levels in the game where I feel like we are completely self-sustain. So we're not doing those same like death runs that I was doing earlier on where I'd run out of mana and I'd run out of HP and then would just sort of have to die and start over. And now that that is not the case, and we can just pretty much sustain through anything, I don't understand how to aim the avalanche. But now that we can sustain through like many waves of enemies, I'm having a lot more fun. Frozen, so I cannot dodge that. I guess that's my, that's what I get for freezing enemies all the time. I went in a circle, didn't I? The whole reason that I'm sort of, not just sticking on the road is because I am looking for spirits, although I think that I can see them from very far away. I think that the spirit armor really is worth it. Yeah, that's incredible when I hit like 3 guys with, or sorry, 3 times with 1 avalanche. There's that scarecrow back again. Lots of older enemies just keep popping back up. I will spirit armor here. I don't know what the difference between Spirit Armor 2 and Spirit Armor 1 is, but I assume that Spirit Armor 2 is better, based on not much evidence. Spell is so good. Like, it's so far and away better than everything else in the game. Like, I'm thinking about if I had known the meta of this game and had just like put in points to water to get to heal 2 and then dumped everything into rock. Then just think how like trivial some of those bosses would have been. Because I would have been able to stay at range, which is great, because most of them have like avoidable or less bad skills at range. And I would have been doing like 3 times as much damage to them. Just making sure I'm not going in a circle, but I appear to be going the right way. Presumably heading to the town of Limelin. I think the enemies in this area are deceptively challenging. And I think that we might be actually really struggling without our new skill. I swear there's gotta be some way I can control where those land, but maybe not. Maybe that just is literally it. Like, the RNG is just doesn't matter because it does so much damage. Maybe, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not sure. It feels really bad when it misses, but maybe I just got really unlucky twice in a row. Yeah, these enemies are not easy. And I had all that big talk about us like self-sustaining, and yet I find myself woefully without mana right now. Should be okay. My buff can miss? Hello? What kind of self-buff can miss? That's outrageous. Getting some frame drops, as that's all happening. I'm having this problem where it's like it's Saturday at 6:30 p.m. and I'm already dreading work on Monday. Like, that is absurd. I understand the like Sunday blues that happen, because those definitely happen to me too, where you're like, oh shucks, I gotta go back to work tomorrow. But I have like a full day. I have a full day left, and the best part of the weekend anyway, which is just sleeping in. And I get to sleep in for one more day. I just like kicked a printer that's under my desk, and then I also felt something fuzzy, and I think Earl is sitting right under my chair. I almost said, what is this caterpillar? And it appears to be Caterpillar. Whoa. Now, are these weak to water? Because that looked like a fire spell to me. No, it doesn't seem especially weak to water. Because I assume my avalanche will do about that much damage. We gotta get to Limmelin fast. My resources are feeling a little low. I talked early on in this series, I believe, about how there's no currency or shops or whatever, and I talked about how that felt sort of good because in a lot of RPGs, it feels like money either isn't a concern at all, and so then what's the point? Or it becomes like another avenue to make you grind resources. And nobody wants to like grind for money, right, in a game. But I take back my words, because what I wouldn't give for going to a shop and buying some health potions and some mana potions right about now. Like, I get that the game is like super generous about regenning all of your resources. And I guess, like, at the end of the day, that literally is the game. It is a... Oh, it's these dragons again. It is a game about not falling behind. And I guess getting to a point where you sustain more resource, like... more resources than you lose fighting the enemies. Perhaps that's what all games are about. I want to make sure I don't walk past the town and go, like, to the dungeon or whatever. These are such, like, low-B enemies. What are they doing here? One of the strategies that I read about to play this game was getting to this point and then fighting those blood gels and just letting them hit you until you're like at 1 HP and then healing it all back and doing that over and over and over again to just raise your defense stat. I will not be doing that. We seem to be progressing at a nice clip, so I'm not super worried about it. Big town. Tired, are you? It must have been a dangerous journey. You can stop here to rest if you like. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a grand city, don't you think? But isn't it strange? People build a metropolis to last 1,000 years, but a human lifetime is just a passing thought. It's very philosophical. This city feels different than, like, it doesn't belong in the setting, sort of. I know that you are on a long and exhausting quest, laddie. Why don't you keep these red wings just in case your enemies prove too strong? You must remember that wings will not work in the forests or caves. What does this sign mean? Our fiefdom owes its prosperity to a great nobleman named Osen Schreiker. Our present queen, Deanna, rules the castle. I'm a traveling merchant. Say, how would you like to get into the business? Here, I'll give you hero's drink. I've got too many. Great, thank you. Ah, another stranger in our town. Don't tell me a wee laddie like you is looking for an old mine, too. You'd better stay here where it's safe. The mountain road at night is no place for you. Hey, this is a tavern, you know. We have completely run out of root beer and bread, so why don't you skedaddle on home? This town kind of gives me the creeps. Just the other day, a man who looked very much like you came to our town. He was questioning all the townspeople, looking for a sacred book of some sort. He was headed toward Highland when he left. Wonder if he got past the old mine shaft safely. The old abandoned mine shaft is far up the mountain out of Limmelin. There is rumor of them digging in the ruins found at the bottom of the mine shaft. I bet I will be going to the mine shaft. First, I'm gonna see what all of this is about. A hearty welcome to Limmelin Castle. Here you will see the richness and beauty of Karma. Bring me to the king. I think these are all fake doors? Oh, not all of them. Empty rooms, though. A classic. The classic Quest 64 hallway full of empty rooms. I'm not even gonna bother. You're the master apprentice. I can't believe it. I didn't expect to see a mere child. Oh, excuse me. I've heard all sorts of rumors about you. It's said you possess incredible magic powers, especially for someone so young. There is much you should know about Queen Deanna. There she is. Welcome to the land of Karma, Master Apprentice. Princess Flora of Donderon sent a letter singing the praises of your magical talents. Have you really come to save us from the fire starter Fargo? Or are you more interested in finding your father? No matter, Fargo stands between you and your quest, and he cannot be avoided. I don't know who Fargo is. I don't have a good Fargo joke either. You have perhaps learned about Fargo already. It won't do to let such a dreadful villain roam about freely, but with the little power we have left, yes, we know all too well about the monsters guarding the abandoned mine. Try not to get too close to Fargo and don't stay in one place for too long. Well, our mission could not be clearer. We must stop the dastardly villain Fargo. And he is standing in the way of us and our mission to retrieve the Elatail book and find our father. I'm like tempted to spend some time exploring this castle because I am thirsty for spirits, but I also don't want to. And I'm surprised that we haven't encountered more spirits, just walking around. Is this the way out? This is very weird. Have I found a secret? Found a spirit. I don't know what the hell that's about. Maybe that was Fargo's house. Heard the rumor about Fargo? He's the villain who tried to take over our town. He made a threat to burn the homes of anyone who dared to stand against him. Our great Lord Shrieker captured him and put him in the tower. But after Lord Shrieker's mysterious death, Fargo made good his escape. And it's only a matter of time before he returns to threaten us again. It's terrible. Terrible news. Yeah, see, I'm like, I want to go, I want to find some spirits. I should go exploring a little bit. And then there's just these empty houses that have 2 floors for some reason. So I think that we have it all figured out. We go to that dungeon. And we fight the boss that has the fire or something or other, probably. then presumably on to the final dungeon after that. Oh, I went where I have already been. I'm sleepy. I almost said like I'm still on my schedule where I'm starting at 5, but it's literally the same day that I talked about it 3 episodes ago. So that would make sense as to why I'm still on that schedule, because no time has passed for me. But it makes me sleepy real early. These guys used to be so scary. Now I destroy them utterly. It sure looked like when I was just in melee range with that one and cast my rocks at him that it just hit him like 6 times. So maybe that's the secret? If so, it's very obvious and I should have noticed sooner. I need to go like back and south, I believe. I'm just surprised there isn't like a road. Oh, but this is fine because we're just like testing our new rocks and seeing if we can guarantee them to hit. Sure seems like it. There's a spirit. But how will I get to it? Yeah, that sure looks like the ticket. Which is good. I think it means that our boss strategy is going to be using spirit armor, getting up in their face, and dropping a bunch of rocks on their head. And our rock element level is catching up pretty quickly. Right, I can zoom out. I guess that time it didn't hit with very many of them. I do like these dragons. I like their big chins. For how much HP they have, it's shocking to me that we were able to defeat them at the level that they show up in Coal Hazard. Too far away. Did I talk about how I watched the baseball episode of Deep Space Nine the other the other day. I don't think I talked about it. It's gotta, I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say about it other than it's gotta be just like one of my favorite episodes of television of all time. It's like such a victory lap type episode. The only like fucked up thing about it is that Jadzia has died by the time that episode happens, and she would have been like a really great character to have with the gang. Esri is also a better character than I remember. Not that I ever remember her like poorly or anything. I just don't think much of her at all. I think it's such a like, I mean, the whole thing feels really like scuzzy and bad and sad because of all the like behind the scenes nastiness that happened with the actress that plays Jadzia. But like just from a like show perspective, I think the idea of having a character like that die and like pass on memories to a new character is really interesting. And Esri shows up so late in the show that she has like no chance. I honestly think it would have been better to just not have had a replacement. I feel like that's so mean to Esri because, like I just said, I think she's a better character than I remember her being. But it just like the idea doesn't get explored well enough. But I'm still pretty early on in the last season, so maybe my opinion will change. It's been a long time. Okay, I know there's a spirit over here. There are also many enemies. But I get the feeling we could use the XP for our final challenges. Doing 3 episodes in a day is actually like sort of challenging. I am noticing my voice is getting a little strained, which means that I must not talk very much in my day-to-day life. Like I guess it's not like I spend all day on the phone or anything like that. I'm pretty much like quiet in my office for the most part. I have no idea which direction I'm going. But I feel like it'll be good to have like a backlog of Quest 64 episodes, and it might allow me to like pick up a new series in the meantime rather than having like my one recording day a week. Then instead I could do something different. But I already said that I wouldn't do Super Mario RPG until the new game comes out. I'm just looking to see if there's like an inn or a rest spot outside of the mines. I don't think there's going to be one though. There is a spirit though. Some intense music. I love it. Okay, it's giving me some some indication that there might be some oh no, what the hell is that thing? It's a ghost! I don't like that thing. So I think I get up in their face and then I drop rocks on their head, right? I'm not very pleased at how little my rocks are hitting the ghost. Honey bread? So I have a good stock of like healing and magic power restoring items now. As we all know, I refuse to fight these enemies. I'm not interested in fighting flying enemies, I'm sorry. Sometimes the contrast between the like very exciting, like heightened music and the, let's say, sparse surroundings is very funny to me. Okay, it feels so bad when it misses though. Like, I understand mathematically it's good, but when it just completely whiffs, it feels so bad. I bet this thing is weak to water. That hurts a lot. We're doing okay, but I would say that things are a little challenging. I don't want to fight this just like one ant. We'll do it though. Oh, they're resistant to water, I forgot. They say never to ignore an ant, like when there's one in your house or whatever. Because there's like a million more. And I, at an old apartment that I lived in, we had a real carpenter ant problem that like the apartment people wouldn't do anything about. They would do like perimeter sprays, but once you have like an infestation of carpenter ants, that like does nothing. And it was honestly like horrible. like one, like I was just like, I couldn't sleep in bed because they were like, sort of like, I mean, they were everywhere, and they were, it was like 1-bedroom apartment, carpenter ants, and carpenter ants are like fucking huge. And it was awful, and long story short, we had to deal with it ourselves, and the apartment wouldn't do anything about it, and our like downstairs neighbors were like a mess, and so they kept like attracting more ants, and it was just like a whole disaster. And this was a very long story to basically tell that at the start of the spring season this year, we had like what to me looked like the biggest ant in the world, like bigger than a carpenter ant to me. And it was completely alone. And we have like, because I'm so like fucked up from the carpenter ant issue that I had back in the apartment, we have like a quarterly pest control service. Just to make me feel better, and we had like mice when we moved in or whatever. But it was just like the one huge, biggest ant in the world. And there's been no signs or any suggestion of signs that there were any more of them. It was just like a one-off, like, wow, this is the biggest ant that I've ever seen in my life. It's very odd. And now I'm wondering, like, was it even, I mean, it looked like an ant, right? But I'm like, is it some sort of like ant mimic or something? Because it was just so strange, and it was very large. So if anyone has any ideas about that, I'd love to know. No, but the carpenter ant problem that we had at the apartment, like, you don't realize how upsetting something like that can be until it's something that you're dealing with, where it just feels like it's invading your entire life. This isn't where I came from, is it? How many times do I have to ask that during this series? I'm glad that video games have learned to like indicate, to have like visual indicators of places that you've been, because they didn't know to do that when they made this game. I'm really concerned that this is where we came from. We're going down, and we're in a mine, so that's a good sign, right? Why do these have, like, big anime eyes? It's just not the, like, style of this game at all. I guess those, like, thunder gels had big, like, angry eyes. Like this ghost doesn't have anime eyes. I avoid using my spells sometimes because it feels like such a heartbreaker when they miss, and I would just rather be up here bopping this guy with a stick and just getting, like, lightning bolts to the face. For an overpowered spell, it sure feels bad to use. We've made some progress. Okay, we have a lot of resources. Is this not a door? I bet we fight the boss and then that door opens and then we go forward. I wish there was a save point here. I assume we're coming up on the boss. It has some ambiance. It's pretty cool. And we're going to all the video game environs. We've done forest, we've done cave, we've done different forest, we've done blue cave, and now we're on mines. I really thought there was just going to be a long walk to the boss and not have enemies spawn in the meantime. What is this area? I get really excited. I'm like, ooh, new area. But I guess that just means like part 2 of the dungeon, right? And it looks to be a maze where every area looks exactly the same. I guess I could fight these. I can fight them with my huge water pillar that I have. Oh, they probably get hit by the rocks that fall from the sky. Is there something I'm missing about this? Legitimately? Like, am I not understanding how to aim it or something? Maybe I'm supposed to like face the enemy and stand like a medium distance away. Nope. These things hurt me. This could be a little rough. These fire sprite things hurt a lot. Hopefully I can line them all up with my water attack. Probably still be better to use avalanche here, but I'm just so scared that it misses. At least I can aim the water. These things hurt too. Okay, I promise I will use my overpowered spell from now on. I'm just being grumpy about it. I'm just picking a direction and running. It's really based on nothing. Okay, but that was not better than my walking water that would definitely hit unless it misses. Earl is walking up to me and making a trilling sound. So I better wrap this up soon so I can go play with him, because I think that's what he's asking for. I just was hoping to get... Well, this looks promising, unless this is where I came from, which is very possible. Jeez, that hurts. I'm gonna be so sad if I die here and lose all my dungeon progress. I guess I could use a health potion if I really needed to. I think we even have some bread. Okay, so I'm gonna go backwards to run away, and then I'm going to have to go forwards after the fight is over. escaped, and now I'm going to go forward. Hey, Avalanche. Prove yourself to me. I'm not convinced. Unless I'm just doing it wrong. Like, I see that it has the highest potential damage, right? Like, even hitting 2 of these guys does 200 total damage or more. More like 230, which is just like more than I would otherwise do. But it just kills me that I can't aim it and just like make it hit. And then a lot of times there's like this crucial turn where I'm pretty sure like something is going to die and we'll take a risk based on like me hitting the move. And I can't really do that with Avalanche because I have no idea if it's gonna hit or not. I have no mana. Like, that's really good. No complaints there, right? I don't know if I can fight 3 ghosts with no mana, so I'm not gonna try. Is this where I came from? No. I see a spirit up ahead. Is this the boss? Is this Fargo? I'm Shelf, a servant of Mammon. I've been waiting 1,000 years for him to return. If I'm correct, I sense but 3 precious stones. What? I thought we were supposed to be fighting... I thought we were fighting, Fargo. Did I, like, skip past Fargo and, like, go to the final area? Because that would be unfortunate. Owie. I don't want to use any potions or anything if I went the wrong way and I'm not supposed to be fighting Shelf yet. You know? I'm gonna look it up. Once again, I'm sorry for the Windows sound. Okay, so I did not go the wrong way. This is where I'm supposed to be. So time to see if I can do it. It's not looking good though. Why can't I hit with this move? Everyone says that this move is OP, and I can't seem to hit anything with it. In my reading, it said that if you stand still with this like green ray she does, that it'll like miss a lot of the time. So I'm gonna keep Spirit Armor up. I'm going to use mana potions when I need, and I'm gonna spam Avalanche, and I'm gonna see if that works. And I don't feel like it's going to, because my Avalanche doesn't frickin' hit ever. I think it hit there, it was just like hidden behind my health bar. Try to keep Spirit Armor up, because I think that's the right thing to do here. I really started this battle very poorly, because I didn't really know exactly what was going on. The Spirit Armor falls off so fast. I don't really fully understand why you just lose it immediately, because it doesn't seem very worth it to spend a turn on, and the mana on, more importantly. Okay, well, we did it. That brought us to max HP, which is kind of nice. I know this episode is going long. I am honestly just like very curious about continuing forth, but I'm going to hold back, grab the spirit, see what's in these chests. Luckily it is more HP and some stuff that we need. But for now, I am going to call it. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time, where we will probably have a showdown with Fargo. See you next time.